Good afternoon and welcome to the Leadership Live at Lunchtime, which is a masterclass on leadership positioned as a lunch and learn to help you level up your leadership and grow your potential. We are live from the Level Up Leadership Staircase, where we have taken on the challenge to develop 1,000 leaders worldwide through free masterclasses and weekly 90-minute mastermind sessions, because there is no elevator to success. You have to take the stairs. I'm a certified leadership speaker, coach, and trainer with the John Maxwell team. My name is Ivan Fune, and this is my masterclass. Before we get started, share with me in the comments what your expectation of this class today. Also, everyone that's watching the replay, I want to welcome you. I want to thank you for partaking. Today, I'm talking about something called the mistake gap. We'll be looking at introducing the topic. What is the mistake gap? The impact of it, strategies of escaping from the shadows, and then we will conclude that and give you a chance to also ask some questions. If you like what you hear today and want to level up your leadership potential, skills, and impact, look out for the registration link below for my weekly mastermind. This is a premium leadership group coaching program where I take you to the next level in your leadership, 90 minutes at a time. Let's go. Wonderful. Let's start by talking about this quote. Albert Hubbard said, "The greatest mistake you can make in life is to continually fear that you will make one." The biggest mistake you can make is continually be in fear of making a mistake. And so today's topic I've cleverly created, talking about the mistake gap. Right? Escaping from the shadows. Because if we are scared of making mistakes, and that's basically what the mistake gap is all about. The mistake gap says, I'm afraid of making mistakes. All right. And so if you are constantly fearful of making mistakes, you're always going to draw back. You're not going to be visible. You're not going to engage. You're not going to put yourself out there. And so that's obviously going to stunt your growth. And so today I want to unpack this concept a little bit and just help us understand exactly how this is going to be. So today's class is centered around the mistake gap. Now, mistake gap is part of 8 gaps that John Maxwell teaches in his book, The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. And he says that these are growth gaps that are actually traps for you to grow and to get to the next level. All right. And so the objectives that we want to reach today is to understand the mistake gap, its impact on personal growth, and strategies of overcoming it. Let's look at this question. What, Ivan, exactly is the mistake gap? Well, the mistake gap is the gap between where you are and where you want to be, and this is often widened by the fear of making mistakes. This is the fear of making mistakes that often holds us back from pursuing our goals and reaching our full potential. So the mistake gap can significantly hinder personal growth and development in a couple areas. Here's the first one. Obviously, there will be fear of failure. When you're concerned about making mistakes, you often avoid taking risks or trying new things, which can keep you stuck in your comfort zone and limiting your potential. You'll have missed learning opportunities. If you keep on not wanting to do anything because you're scared of making a mistake, you are taking away from you the opportunity to learn. Because John Maxwell has a book, he says, either you learn, either you win or you learn. And that is what we're talking about here today. And so if you never take any risks, if you never do anything, you can't acquire new skill, gain any wisdom, or develop resilience. The third thing is you're going to stagnate. If you constantly fear making mistakes, you will stagnate in both your personal and your professional life, as you may resist change and innovation due to that risk and failure. And lastly, you will have low confidence. If you constantly avoid doing anything because you don't want to make mistakes, you can erode self-confidence, preventing yourself from discovering your true capabilities and potential for success. Just give me a second. So having said that, I just want to clear my environment. I want to give you some practical examples of how you can avoid mistakes that can lead to missed opportunities. So some practical examples of how this could impact you in a negative way is you could have missed career opportunities and advancements. So if you avoid challenging projects at work to prevent mistakes, it can hinder your career growth and also your opportunities for promotion. The next one, failed relationships. Fearing mistakes in relationships can lead to where you are devoid of deep connection with people and obviously love as well. So if you are constantly, for instance, fearful that you are going to fail at a relationship and therefore don't attempt any new relationships, you have a lot that you are missing out on. I love this one. You'll have unrealized talents. Okay, so if you avoid new hobbies or creative pursuits, you'll never discover talents that you might have or passions that you can pursue in your life. And so your world will stay very small. You'll stagnate financially. If you avoid financial risks, like investing in new business or investing in a new tool to help you get to the next level, these may limit your opportunities for growth, especially in the sphere of money. And then health and fitness. Fear of making mistakes in pursuing a healthier lifestyle can lead to health issues. And so the mistake gap can hinder personal growth by preventing you from taking risks and doing new stuff. Let's look at some strategies where you can escape being in the shadow. The first one I want to share with you is embrace a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort and learning. I want to encourage you today to adopt a growth mindset and see mistakes as opportunities to learn and to improve. Then, what it will do for you is you need to try and develop resilience. It's very important to have resilience, especially in facing and overcoming mistakes. So I want to share with you just one or two quick tips on building resilience. So one way is to practice self-compassion. So just have self-awareness and have compassion for what you personally are going through and understand the environment that you are. It's always good to seek support from others. When you have support, and especially a support structure, people that speak positively in your life, people that might be helping you with certain things that you might not get to, and always maintain a positive outlook. One of the things that we teach in this specific program, the 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth, is positive self-talk, making sure that you invest in yourself and speak life into yourself. The other way that we can do this is to cultivate a learning culture or have a learning lifestyle. And this small things like reading new books, looking at teachings and master classes like this. But here, the value of continuous learning and curiosity lies in the ability to foster personal and professional growth. And so what will happen is you will have adaptability. If you keep on learning, curiosity enables you to adapt to changing circumstances, technologies, and environments effectively. You'll do skill development. Skill development allows you to acquire new skills and knowledge, making you more versatile and valuable in the various roles that you have. Problem solving is big. A curious mindset encourages you to seek innovative solutions and think critically, enhancing problem-solving abilities. The next is professional development. Continuous learning can lead to career advancement and personal fulfillment by staying updated with industry trends and best practices. That's why it's good to attend a conference or a webinar as frequently as you can and where you have time. The next one is intellectual engagement. Curiosity keeps your mind engaged and active, promoting cognitive development and mental agility. And then personal growth. Lifelong learners often lead more fulfilling lives as they explore new interests, hobbies, and perspectives. And lastly, you develop innovation. Curiosity fuels innovation because it drives you as an individual to question the status quo and seek new approaches to challenges, etc. So I want to encourage you today to always seek out new experiences and challenges that may even involve making mistakes. I want to just pause here and I want to talk about a person that I heard speak. His name is Ryan Leake. And you can go and search for a documentary called Chasing Failure. And it's a beautiful story where he actually went out and he said, what if, there's this question. I want to just share with you a quote here by Robert Schuller. He said, what would you attempt to do if you knew you couldn't fail? And so Ryan Leake took this challenge on his own life and he went and he emailed, I think, 10 different NBA teams. And he said, can I just come and try out for one day? And he did that. And he went through their drills and their regiment and he failed. But he had such a rich experience, an experience that nobody, or very few people, actually experience. Yes, he did fail, but he experienced something that is really amazing. And that's gonna help him definitely to grow. And so the last thing that I want to talk about as a strategy for escaping the shadows of mistake gaps and not reaching your goals is setting realistic goals. Okay, now I know this sounds like anti to what I just said, but you want to go and experience great things. So if you set overly ambitious goals, let's say for instance you want to run the 100-meter sprint, but you've got an amputated leg, that's not going to work. So work in the parameters of realistic possibility, but also set the goals ambitiously high. And so let's just talk about, summarize what we talked about today. Okay, we shared with you what the mistake gap is as taught in John Maxwell's book, The 15 Valuable Laws of Growth. We shared with you what the mistake gap is, what is the impact of this in terms of how it hinders your personal growth and development, and I gave you some practical examples of what would happen if you keep on doing that. And then I gave you some strategies for escaping the shadows. And so I just want to reiterate that embracing mistakes is a fundamental part of personal growth and development. I want to challenge you to identify one area in your life today where you've been avoiding taking risks because you're scared of making mistakes. And I want to encourage you to take a step forward and go and attempt something new. Attempt something even if you fail. because if you look at many of the great inventors of our time, you will see that they failed numerous times before they actually broke through. And it's because of chasing that failure that they actually had breakthrough. And then I want to end with this final thought. In the journey of personal growth, the mistake gap may cast shadows, but it is those very shadows that we find the light of opportunity and growth. And so I want to just give you an opportunity to ask any questions you may have about the specific growth gap. It's a trap. It's a trap. It's something that traps you from advancing to the next level and becoming who you are called to be, fulfilling your potential in life. And so even if you're watching this after the fact, I want to encourage you to please post your questions if you have any. And then I also want to ask you, if you've watched this video up until this moment, I want to ask you to give me some feedback. Tell me, what is your biggest takeaway that you have been able to take away from today? Thank you so much for watching today. I appreciate your time, and I'm looking forward to engaging with you again next week, where we're going to look at the inspiration gap, and we'll explain that next week. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next episode.